Yo, what's good? It's D Scaladayo, and I'm here with the UFC 217 analysis and predictions. This is a big card in New York. We're gonna do the 5 fights on the main card. Alright, starting with the first fight, we have Johnny Hendricks versus Paulo Borquinha, something like that. Yeah, I think in this fight they're really trying to push Borquinha. I think they're really trying to give him a promotional push, and they're using Johnny Hendricks to do it. Johnny Hendricks, he's a former welterweight champ. He has that name recognition, and this is a main card fight, so they're really trying to get behind this Borquinho dude. As far as the matchup, I just think Johnny Hendricks, he's at the tail end of his career, it's seeming. In this fight, I think he's really gonna have to he's gonna have to weather the pressure from Borquinho, because Borquinho, he's a very aggressive fighter. He had he's finished every single fight. 90% KO, basically 9 KOs and 1 submission. He's finished every fight he's been in. So Johnny Hendricks, he's gonna have to weather that storm, and I think he's gonna have to wrestle heavy in this fight. He's gonna really have to take Borquinha into the second and third rounds, and test that gas tank. Because Borquinha, he finishes his fights fast. Johnny Hendricks, he's gonna find it harder at middleweight, man, because he was strong at 170, but at 185, these guys, he's not gonna have the strength advantage at this weight class, so it's gonna be way difficult for him to out wrestle these dudes. And his power too is not gonna be the same either. Um, with this fight, I just see Borquinho putting the pressure on him early, and I honestly, I just think Borquinho gonna get him out of there. Um, First, second round, I think Borquinho gonna get him out of there. I just think Johnny Hendricks, he's on his way out, man. He can't make 170. Um, he's not big enough for 185. So yeah, I just think they're using Borquinho. They're using Johnny Hendricks as a stepping stone for Borquinho in this fight, and I see him winning this fight and then making his way into them top 15 rankings. Okay, the next fight we got Stephen Thompson, ranked number 2, against Jorge Masvidal, who's ranked number 4. I expect this to be a really good striking matchup. You have Stephen Thompson, he has that karate style, very fast, very accurate striker, very sneaky kicks. He's very dangerous. And you have Jorge Masvidal, who is a veteran, pretty well rounded. He has really good boxing skills, especially. Yeah, I expect Jorge Masvidal in this fight to come forward with a high guard. I expect him to probably use his kicks, then follow him up with punches, while applying the pressure. And Stephen Thompson, he's gonna move around. He's gonna try to keep distance, and he's gonna try to snipe Jorge Masvidal. He's gonna try to use Jorge Masvidal's pressure against him and catch him coming in. This is gonna be a good fight. Both of them are extremely tough, so I don't see a knockout. Though both of these dudes have knockout power, I don't see a knockout. I think they're just both really tough. But I see Stephen Thompson winning this fight. I just think technically he's just phenomenal. I think he's probably one of the best strikers in the UFC. Despite his bad performances against Tyron Woodley, I think he's still one of the top strikers in the entire UFC. So I predict Stephen Thompson to win this fight by decision. I just think he'll find the openings, and he'll outstrike Jorge Masvidal. I think he'll find more openings than Jorge Masvidal finds. The third fight on the main card, we have Joanna Jędrzejczyk against Rose Namajunas. Now, Rose Namajunas, she's my favorite strawweight, you know, but I cannot see anybody being Joanna at 125 at least. Her pace is crazy. I think her technique matched with her pace, her takedown defense, her determination, and her cardio, man, she's a very, very good champion. I think for Rose to win this fight, she's gonna have to be completely unorthodox. I think she's just gonna have to throw crazy techniques. She can't really just fight a technique for technique fight with Joanna. I don't think anybody's gonna win that fight. I think she has to really go for it, and really, really just go for it. Different unorthodox techniques, crazy kicks, crazy flying arm bars, all that. She's gonna need to do that to win this fight. And Joanna, she's just gonna do what she does. She's gonna use her great Muay Thai skills, and she's gonna, apply that pressure, put that pace on her. I just think she can maybe get the finish in this fight. I think if Joanna applies that pressure and Rose can't keep up with the pace, I think Joanna could probably get the finish fourth or fifth round. Even though Rose is my favorite strawweight fighter, I have to go with Joanna. I just think with her pace, especially when it enters the third, fourth, fifth round, that's when she thrives. So I think Joanna is gonna win this fight. I'm gonna say by unanimous decision, but I wouldn't be surprised if she got the TKO in like the fourth or the fifth round. All right, now for the co-main event, you have Cody Garbrandt versus TJ Dillashaw. This is a really good fight. You have TJ Dillashaw, who he was really good. Very good footwork. He mixes it up very well. He mixes in his striking and his takedowns beautifully. And you have Cody Garbrandt, who's really good too. Very good wrestler. He has a good wrestling pedigree, but his boxing is phenomenal. He was able to beat Dominic Cruz, and I predicted him to beat Dominic Cruz too. I actually called that one. So Cody Garbrandt, he's really good with his hands. Very good timing. He's shown he's a real championship level fighter. A lot of people doubted him in that Dominic Cruz fight, but he shows he's a real championship caliber fighter. So in this fight, I think the difference in this fight is gonna be the boxing and the power of Cody Garbrandt. Now TJ Dillashaw, he has power as well, but Cody just has crazy power at bantamweight. For a bantamweight, his power is just crazy. I just think he's gonna eventually catch TJ Dillashaw, and that power is gonna make the difference. Cause technique for technique, they're both good. But I see Cody hurting TJ Dillashaw in this fight. So as for my prediction, I'm gonna call a second round KO for Cody Garbrandt. I think he's gonna catch him eventually, like he caught Dominic Cruz. If he can catch Dominic Cruz, he can catch TJ Dillashaw. So I'm gonna predict a second round KO for Cody Garbrandt in this fight. Now for the main event, we have the champion Michael Bisping against George St-Pierre. Now this fight is crazy. It's crazy that this fight is even happening, but yeah, it's happening. So I think George St-Pierre, he wanted to take this fight because he wanted to win the middleweight championship, and he seen Michael Bisping as his best opportunity to do that. I don't think if anybody else was champion at middleweight, I don't think St-Pierre would challenge, but I think he thinks he can beat Michael Bisping. But I think in this fight, Michael Bisping, he's gonna be too big. I think GSP is really good. He's one of the greatest of all time. He has good striking, really good jab, very good wrestler, very good timing, very good with mixing in his striking with his takedowns. And Michael Bisping is a really good kickboxer. He fights at a really good pace. He has really good cardio, and he's extremely tough. And he has good takedown defense as well. So it's gonna be interesting to see how George St-Pierre can handle someone who's bigger and who's gonna be in the fight, because Michael Bisping, he will be fighting to the end. But I just think Michael Bisping is gonna be too big. I just think George St-Pierre, he's not gonna be able to hold Michael Bisping down. I think he'll probably land a takedown. He'll probably land some takedowns, but I don't see him controlling Michael Bisping on the ground. I just see, and on the feet, I see Michael Bisping winning the stand up. He's just he's longer. And he can keep that pace for 5 rounds. And I think overall, George St-Pierre, he has really good cardio as well. Even though his layoff, I think he's gonna be in good shape in this fight. But I just think Michael Bisping, he's just gonna be able to outwork George St-Pierre in this fight. And I just think George St-Pierre, he's gonna wear down with the size of Michael Bisping. He's not gonna be easy to push around. So as for my prediction, I predict Michael Bisping by unanimous decision in this fight. So y'all can go ahead and tell me what y'all think. Comment, like, subscribe if y'all want to. I'm gonna be doing predictions for every card. Peace and salute.